All right, so we're just going to start with Deuteronomy 18, right? Go to Deuteronomy 18th chapter, and we still start with the 18th verse. And when your brothers read, just read loud. Okay, Con? Just read loud so that we could, so that the audience and the congregation can hear you. So the house of David, again, we're at hodc12.info on the website. All right. We're on YouTube, HODC Uprising. We're on, of course, Facebook, HODC. So, and then, of course, you got the Mashayach. All right, mashayach.com. You can go there. All right. And then we got the Mashayach on Facebook. Okay, Mashayach on YouTube. So the Most High is getting the word out and getting the truth out. Okay, it's very, very important that the young men now, the young brothers, begin to come together in righteousness, because Yahawashi is bringing America down, as you can see, and come together in unity. It's really high time now for even the Israelite camps to start to come together. That's what the Mashayach is about. Bringing brothers together so that brothers can communicate and network and get to know one another and so forth. It's high time for that to happen. So Yahawashi is going to bring it, all right? He's going to bring it. And what the Gospels teach us, forsake not the coming together in unity. Don't forsake that, because that's real important, okay? Yeah, you may have, you have a whole slew of Israelite camps all over the place in every city now. We're everywhere, right? Esau knows it too. He says these Israelites are waking up. They're waking up, man. They're everywhere. They're waking up. You got camps everywhere. You're on YouTube. He's trying to cut YouTube, trying to cut us off YouTube. If you say one bad thing, like, the so-called white man's a homosexual, now he's gonna cut you off. You know what I'm saying? The LGBT movement is wicked. Is wicked as hell. It's against the Most High. Now they want to cut you off. Understand? So you say one bad thing, they want to cut you off because they know that the prophecies are coming to pass. So, eventually, they're probably going to cut us off from going out there teaching. Okay? All right? You're not going to hear the word of truth out there no more. But still, nonetheless, when that happens, you know that we're in the end, brother. You know we're in the end. Okay, when that happens, and so what? Let it happen. Let the prophecies of the Most High come to pass. Okay, if they're gonna cut you off, welfare and food stamps, let it happen, brother. What you protesting that for? Let it happen. Okay, when they had the drug epidemic, when our people was on crack, all right, you think the Most High just gonna let that go? What Esau did? We couldn't go to rehabilitation centers, okay? But now the opioid situation is out, and you see how the Most High brought it back on them now? Understand? He brought it right back on them. The Edomite children, the statistics are thousands of them a day dropping dead from opioid. Thousands of them, ODing. And then they gonna come with this thing called Narcan, and Narcan's supposed to bring you back to life, but it only works for a couple times. Right, so but the Most High got them. Their youth, the Edomite population is reduced now because their youth are so drugged up on fentanyl and heroin and these designer drugs, flakka and so forth. They're just hooked on it, and it's a demon too, and they can't get off it. But that's the Most High. But when we were hooked on it, you went to jail. When our people hooked on crack back in the 80s and stuff, we went to jail. But these Edomite children are not going to jail, okay? They're not going to jail. They're going to rehabilitation, psychiatric centers, detox centers, and so forth. See? But the Most High got them. The Most High got them back. Understand? So that's why we have to put our faith in the Most High, in Mashayach Yahawashi. That's what it's coming down to. It's total faith, brother. It's coming down to total faith in Yahawashi. You can't put your faith in the world no more, okay? Like the brother was saying earlier, the black woman, she can't go to the police no more. They're beating her up too. Mm-hmm. Police brutality is across the board. Mm-hmm. All right, it's across the board. So where's the Most High showing? We got to come together as a people. Okay? Now you got these Edomites out here that are killing black women. The statistic is I think it's about one every day or a few every day. A black woman is missing, kidnapped. But why the black woman? See? She's easier to catch because she's so susceptible. You understand? And easy to deceive. See? The black man ain't gonna go with that. The black man gonna fight his way. You come and try to kidnap the black man, he's gonna fight his way out. Okay, I mean you might be able to get some of them, but she's easier to catch. But still, thousands of them are missing. Read the statistics. They can't find them. But how are they gonna got a telescope, a satellite in outer space that can see a quarter on the ground, but they can't find these missing black women nowhere. See? And you know what they're doing? They're sacrificing them to Satan and sacrificing them to the devil. So that's why you got to take care of your children. But always pray for your family, because you're not going to be in the presence of your children all the time. Understand? But when you pray over them, then that's the protection. Understand? That's the protection right there. All right? So, but they're going missing. So these things are happening because we got to now begin to put our faith in Mashayach. That's our only protection, brother. There's nothing else left. you can't hire no lawyer. You know what I'm saying? These lawyers are for this world. All right. The police, you call the police, they're for this world. So Esau's military is for them. It's for their government. So who do we got left? What do we have? Understand? So we got to return back to Yahawashi. So when you read the scriptures, Moses, when we had come out of Egypt, prophesied. In Deuteronomy 18, he prophesied of a prophet that was going to come. All right? And we would have to listen to this prophet. We would have to listen to this prophet and make sure that if you don't listen to him, he was going to charge you. He's going to charge you and punish you. All right? So Deuteronomy 18:18, and start with that.
Barack, before you start your class, and that's why Trump was elected so heavily and so well-fed, because he foreseen all these things happening to white America.
How about that? He did.
His slogan was "Make America
Great again."
Because
he see that
the white population is
going down. Right.
So he said, we got to save this white America, man. And that's why he's still loved today, because he's trying to preserve.
He's trying to preserve, right. He's trying to preserve this great American empire. Because you're right, Trump is not a dummy. I don't know why everybody thinks he's an idiot. He's not. He may not know politics. He don't have to know politics. He got people around him that advise him. Trump is a businessman. He knows how to make money. And he does. But he foreseen that. He did. And he was always talking about that. That's why he wants to build that wall, so-called wall, to keep what he called these aliens out. He told the black man, go back to Africa if you don't like it. He said that. You know, he don't want these Muslims coming in here. Because why? He see America falling. They see America is not like it used to be. They realized that they were better off when they had us in slavery. They had better control. They can't control us now. But the Most High said we're like a wild bull in a net, full of the fury of the Most High. Yeah, you can't control us now. All right? So, but that's why he's the way he is. You know what I'm saying? And when he goes to his rallies and stuff, he just talk about make America great again. And you see how they behind him? His rallies are full of people, man.
He's going to win again.
Yeah, he's going to win again. They're full of people. They're beginning to agree with him. All right? They're beginning to agree with him, man. All right? So what does that show? See, instead of us saying, oh, Trump is a racist, so what? Let him be a racist. He's doing his job. I'm glad he's a racist. I'm glad, because he's straightforward. Understand? Straightforward. Not like, you know, how these other Democratic Edomites are and how Obama was. They got to try to hide it a little bit, downplay it a little bit, but they're still not for you. All right? Obama was not for black man. Okay? The past presidents, Clinton was not for the black man. Okay? You realize how many black people Clinton then killed? Read the Clinton Chronicles. Read about him. Him and Hillary. Hillary Clinton killed a lot of black folk. All right? And in Arkansas, they started some of the gangs in Arkansas and brought the guns in Arkansas because that's when they were governor, when he was governor. So you got to read the history. So they're not for you. But at least Trump is straightforward. You can deal with that. So if Trump is for his people and to make America great again, so what do we got to be for? What is that saying about us? See, yeah, we got to return back to who we are and make Israel great again. Understand? And begin to serve the Most High. Understand? And bring forward the name of Mashayach Yahawashi. Come. We got to bring forth that vibration of Mashayach, the Mashayach, because Yahawashi's name has not been heard of for over 2,000 years. The Mashayach, Yahawashi. The vibration is not out here. All you hear is about Jesus. You don't hear about, understand? And we know Jesus is not Yahawashi. So, right, that's the vibration that's out here. You got to put forward the vibration of Mashiach. And that see, when you put that vibration out, that's the vibration will cut Esau down. Just the name of Yahawashi cuts him down. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just the name. So that's why he had to teach you about a false God, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And because that name, Yahweh and Yahawashi, cuts him. Just to say the name cuts. You understand? So Moses prophesied concerning Yahawashi. And he was the one, Yahawashi was the one in the burning bush. That was Yahawashi. You understand? The Most High sent an angel, and when Moses went up to the mountain and seen that bush that was burning, but it wasn't burning, how about that? It appeared to be burning, but it wasn't burning. Okay, that was the Mashiach, Yahawashi. Come? We're going to show you. But read Deuteronomy 18 and Deuteronomy 18:18. Start from there.
Deuteronomy 18, chapter 18, verse. I will rise them up a prophet from among them.
Read it one more time. I will raise. Okay, go ahead.
I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth. And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him.
All right. So this is the Most High showing Moses that there's going to be a prophet that's going to be risen amongst our people. It wasn't going to be during the time of Moses. It wasn't going to be during the time that we were in the wilderness coming out of Egypt. This is a future prophecy. Okay? I will raise him up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth. See? And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. Okay? This is a prophecy about the Mashayach. Now, you may say, well, there's a whole slew of prophets in the Bible. Yeah, come. But this prophet is different. Right? This could be, you could say this may be Samuel, right? Or Elisha, or Elijah, right, Con? But it's not. Okay, we're going to show you. It's not. It's talking about the Mashiach. Okay, go ahead, Up.
Verse 19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
Right. So Moses is telling our people that the Most High is saying this, that whosoever will not hearken unto this prophet's words, it's going to be required of them. Okay? Meaning they're going to suffer the punishment, understand, for not listening to the commandment or the gospel or whatever the command is from the Most High to this prophet. And so when you read the scriptures, what did Yahawashi say when he came? The words that I speak are not what? So the words that I speak are not my words, but him that sent me. Understand? Okay, go ahead, Ak.
Verse 20. But the prophet, which shall presume to speak a word in my name.
See? The prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name. Understand? Presume to speak a word in my name. Okay, go ahead, Ak.
Which I have not commanded.
Right, because it has to be commanded by the Most High. So that's why the Most High said, beware of what? False prophets. These are prophets that don't do what? Speak the words of the Most High. So that's why today when you go out there and speak, what are you supposed to do?
Speak his word.
Yes, which is the Bible. Understand? So, and when you go aside from that and start bringing your own opinions and so forth, and then the Most High said, I didn't give you that. I didn't give you that. See? So that's why the Most High is showing you it has to be by the Most High's word. So that's why the Bible is a book that is alive. That's why this is the command of the Most High. You don't need too much of anything else. Do you understand? You don't need too much of anything else. That's why when you read the history about Samuel, when Samuel came, remember Samuel lived away from the population of Israel. Understand? He lived away. So when the Most High gave him a command, then Samuel will start trekking his way towards the cities and stuff to give strictly the commands of the Most High. That's why when the people see Samuel coming, and Samuel was no small dude when he came, you could see him from far away. You know, big dude, you know what I'm saying, coming with the spirit of an angel coming down that mountain, right? And you can see when he come in, the people say, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something's coming. He's coming for something.
They always asked him if he was coming in peace.
Yeah. Are you coming for war, Samuel? Or are you coming for peace? What is it? Because that's the only other thing he came for. That's to bring the word of the Most High. And when he brought the word of the Most High, he would go back. See? So, what are you coming for, war or for peace? They knew something was going to happen. Understand? So, because why? And that's how the angels come, right? That's how the angels come. The angels only come to bring the message of the Most High. And so that's what you gotta represent and understand. When you teach this word, you're representing the Most High. You got to be like an angel also, a messenger of the Most High. That's all an angel is. And speak the command. That's why at time when you read the scriptures, especially read the book of Ezra and the Apocrypha. When Ezra was asked more questions than he ought to ask, what the angel said? That's all I can give you for right now. That's all the Most High gave me. I can't give you anything else. Then the angel would go back up to the Most High, understand? And then Andrews had to wait 7 more days, eat herbs and all that to get more answers. Then the angel would come back down with more information from the Most High. That's it. So, but that's what the Most High is saying. If you presume to speak a word in the Most High's name, but the Most High didn't give you that command, then it's like you're a false prophet now. So we got to be very, very careful. There are a lot of false prophets out there. Amongst Israel too. Brothers that have been in the truth for a long time. False prophets. Yeah, they started with Israel, right? We're not talking about the Christian community and religion and all that. We know those are false teachings and religions. We know that. But we're talking about within Israel. A lot of false prophets, brother. There's a whole lot. That's why the Most High said, if a prophet be deceived, he the one that deceived him. Because they're false prophets from the get-go. Understand? Okay. So finish reading that out. Down to 22.
Or that shall speak in the name of another.
Oh, I start from the 20th verse again.
Okay.
So they can get some understanding. Go ahead.
Verse 20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of another God.
So name some of the other gods that's out here.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, that's one, right, which is Zeus. Okay. Jesus Christ, that's Zeus. That's not Yahawashi. You understand? That's Zeus. That's where they get the name Jesus from, Zeus. Mm-hmm. Zeus is Satan. Look it up in the history. That's Satan. Okay, so they had our people worshiping other gods, Zeus, which is Satan. Name some other gods. So name some more.
Allah.
Okay, another false god.
Buddha.
Buddha, another false god. See? So it says, what does it say? In name of other gods. Yeah, go ahead, Mike. Nike. Another, Greek. Nike.
Nike.
False god. You can go on, Christianity. You can go on and on. Jehovah's Witness. You can go on and on, right?
Yeah.
Look how many false gods there are out here, brother. See? It's a lot. See? So that's why the church systems are full of people, full of so-called congregation, full of people, thousands, because it's false teachings. And our people lend their ears to all these false philosophies. Understand? All right. But what about the Most High's, the Yahweh, the Most High's word? His sanctuaries are what? Little sanctuaries. See? Little congregations. Drowned out by these big evangelistic church systems. That's how the Most High wanted. Because the Most High said what? It starts out as a little grain of mustard seed, doesn't it? Little grain. The mustard seed is the smallest herb. But when it grows, it becomes what? They say it becomes the tallest herb. So Yahawashi said it's the grain. It starts off as a grain of mustard seed, but eventually we're going to become what? Like that mustard seed that becomes the biggest herb. But it starts out small. So the Most High said, he said, 2 of a family, 1 of a city. See, 1 by 1, he's raising you. See, not no 10,000 mega church. He said, 1 by 1, I'm raising you. So brothers are showing you it's a blessing to come in here. And you're chosen to come in here. You're chosen. Understand? Hold on. Yeah, you're chosen to come in here because 1 by 1. Each one of you have your own testimony, and the sisters too, how the Most High brought you in here. Okay? That's how Yahawashi is doing it. Okay, go ahead, Ak.
Even that prophet shall die.
Even what? Yeah, see, that prophet shall die. See? Shall be put to death. There's going to be a lot of false prophets, a lot of brothers being put to death because they're false prophets. I'm talking about amongst Israel, the Israelite community, amongst Israel. They know they're Israelites, but they're still false prophets. Okay, that's why you got to stay with the word of Mashayach. Okay, go ahead, Ak. We're going down to 22.
Verse 21. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Most High have not spoken?
Right. How are we going to know the word that the Most High have not spoken, or the word the Most High has spoken? Go ahead.
Verse 22. When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Most High, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Most High have not spoken.
Right. The Most High hasn't spoken it. So that's why you got to stay with what the scriptures say. You can't add on to a belief system that's not, it's not recorded in the scriptures. You just can't add on because the Most High is against that. So what's happening here? You got a lot of brothers who are adding on things, understand? Trying to add on their philosophy and so forth. It's not going to work because this book is real. See? This book is spiritual and it's real. Yahawashi is in here. This book moves. It's spiritual. Understand? So that's why you got to stay within the context of what the Bible is saying. Okay? Go ahead, Ak.
But the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him.
Yeah, how about that? Don't be afraid of that prophet. Thou shalt not be afraid of that prophet. Okay? So you got a lot of brothers that are saying that they're this and they're that and they're this person and they're that person. Understand? When come on. They're this general and they're this, they're the comfort of this. They're this and that. Come on.
Second under Christ.
Yeah, the second under Yahawashi or whatever, the third from heaven. All this stuff, man. Come on. See? Most times I say, don't follow that person. Don't be afraid of that person. That's what it means. Don't be afraid of men. Don't follow them. Okay. All right. So now when you go to Acts, the 7th chapter, right? Acts 7:35. Acts 7th chapter and the 35th verse. This is how we know that it's talking about Yahawashi as a prophet. And also, someone get John 6:14 right quick. You got to be quick sometimes with the scriptures, right? Finding them. John 6:14. But read that one first. Go ahead. Read loud.
John chapter 6, verse 14. Then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Yahawashi did.
See, when they seen the miracle that Yahawashi did, these are brothers who were convinced by seeing the miracle. They said, wow, what kind of man is this? So Mosai woke something up in their minds to say this. Go ahead, Ak.
They said, this is of a truth that prophet that should come into the world.
This is who?
That prophet.
That who?
That prophet.
What was Yahawashi?
That prophet.
That prophet. Who spoke about that prophet? We just read it. Moses. He was that prophet that was prophesied to come. See, we're going to find out that Yahawashi, you can't, what does Scripture say? You can do nothing. Okay? Except for through your Mashayach Yahawashi. You can do nothing. So I don't care if you got, a whole army behind you. If it's not in Yahawashi, you ain't going to be able to do nothing. Nothing, brother. It has to be, he's the commander. You're talking about a commander-in-chief. That's the Mashayach. That's what it's coming down to. It's coming down to our faith in Hamashiach. Okay? That's why the scripture says Moses brought the laws and statutes, but Yahawashi brought what? Truth, grace, and truth. And of course, you can add faith to that also. He brought that. Okay? Now, get John 1:1. Go to John 1:1. Same brother. Read that. John 1:1. And then we're going to get Acts 7:35.
John chapter 1, verse 1.
Yeah.
In the beginning was the Word.
In the beginning was the Word. How about that? Go ahead.
And the Word was with the Most High.
How about that? So this Word, and we can only go by the Bible, right? The Bible is the Word. We can only go by this. That means the Bible was before our time, before the earth was created. It was there. The Most High just had to create people on the earth, and of course Israel as his nation to begin to do what? Write the Word down. But it was already there. So that means the Most High has his book, this Bible, up there in the heavens with him. Remember, he has the book of life, right? And he has the records. He has the records of everyone that's on this earth, whether your deeds are good or whether they're evil. Most High has those records. And also from the reincarnation, what you've done. Everything. Most High keep records too. Understand? So the Most High talking about you're a writer. So the Most High is one of the greatest writers in history, right? Of all time. Most High writes down everything. Keeps records on everything, brother. Okay? Keeps records on everything. That's why his word is so precious. Because he said his word shall not go back void. Shall not come back to him void. So that means all prophecy has to be fulfilled before we can get redeemed and delivered and everything. Everything has to go down. Everything that Most High mentioned, because his word his commandments don't go back void. Okay? So it has to happen. And it will happen. Okay? So the word was with the Most High. Okay? Okay, so the Most High had to bring a witness down. He had to bring a witness down from the heavens into the earth to bring us his word. And then what? The witness was who? Yahawashi. And Yahawashi had to do what? Get his chosen, meaning the 12 disciples who are his chosen disciples, to do what? Begin to write this gospel down. Okay, to begin to write it down. And also you go back, of course, in ancient time, it was Moses, it was Adam. You go back all the way to Adam. Okay, go back to all the way. Adam wrote it down too. The angels brought him the word. Noah, the angels brought them the word too. And they had, they had to write it down too. And so you go Shem, Methuselah, all those ancient forefathers, they wrote that word down. Of course, Enoch. Okay? Enoch walked with the Most High, and he was like a king. Enoch was on a high level. Okay? So, and then you just bring it up to the time of Yahawashi and the 12 disciples. They had to do the same thing, write it down, because they became the witness of Mashayach. See? So it's all recorded. Okay, read the book of Chronicles. What is Chronicles? Somebody who takes the history and writes it down, right? Okay. Okay, go ahead, Art.
I'll start from beginning.
Yeah.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High, and the Word was power. The same was in the beginning with the Most High.
The same was in the beginning with the Most High. So where was Yahawashi? In the beginning. I am the Alpha and I am the Omega. He was in the beginning. The only begotten Son of the Most High. Yahawashi. Creator of heaven and earth. The Mashayach. Okay, so which means he was with the Most High before the earth was created. One of the first angels created was Mashayach. Okay, the begotten means of genealogy or race. Understand? Of your seed, begotten. Okay, from the Most High. Also the Most High to bring him into the earth through a man's seed. Come? He had to bring him into the earth through a man's seed. Because if it was by immaculate conception, then there's no need to have a man's seed, right? There's no need to have Joseph. There's no need to have, the scriptures say he came out of the seed of David. There's no need to say that if it was immaculate conception, right? Con? No need to say that. So those are all lies. Okay? Those are all lies. All right? So, and then you jump down to the 14th verse.
Verse 14. And the Word was made flesh.
Say the Word was made flesh. So the Most High brought his word down and gave him flesh. Okay? Go ahead.
And dwelt among us.
And he dwelt among us. How about that? Go ahead.
And we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth.
Full of grace and truth. Okay? Now, go down to the 17th verse. What does it say?
For the law was given by Moses.
See, the law was given by Moses, but what?
But grace and truth
came by Mashayach Yahawashi. So, Yahawashi was that prophet from the beginning. And that was, Moses prophesied concerning Yahawashi coming. Okay? Now, how do we know? Now, when you go to Acts 7, 7th chapter, go to Acts 7th chapter, and the 35th verse, now you're going to read how Yahawashi, he was the one at that burning bush giving Moses the command to go back into Egypt and to help free the people, help free Israel from bondage.